So going from NXT, we're going to go back to AEW. And we're going to start with the bad news. AEW has suspended Sammy Guevara for injuring Jeff Hardy after concussion protocol was not followed. Apparently, he hit the GTH, is it? GTH.
Yeah, go to hell.
Yeah, the GTH on Jeff Hardy while he was heavily concussed. So he's been suspended. How do you feel about this?
I think he's like the world rating champion for suspensions in AEW, and it's very impressive. Because he like came out swinging being suspended, and he has not let up. I mean, he had it from Mercedes. I think he had to go. I think he either got suspended or he had to take classes because his little scrap with Eddie. And now you're concussing a legend like Jeff Hardy. First of all, that's automatic hate. That's an automatic hate train coming your way, sir. And I feel like people were actually coming around to like liking Sammy again, you know, because we were proud of him being a father. You know, he kind of stayed out the way, being annoying. I think him and Tay were less insufferable. You know, it was like, okay, you know, like when you're not annoying, we could focus on you being a great wrestler, which you are. But like injuring Jeff Hardy, bro, come on now. Like, you know, he has a lot wrong up there between the drugs, between the alcohol, between all the landings he had in his life. Like, It's just so odd to me that they would go about the spot. And I'm wondering, did Jeff know this was going to happen and he didn't react in time? But even if that was the case, if someone has concussions, you shouldn't. I would avoid any type of head-related spots. Because they're not necessary. He has plenty of moves in his arsenal if he wanted to do something big. And I just feel bad for Jeff. Jeff is so cool. Jeff really don't like go out of his way to bother nobody. I hope that he's okay because as a person that firsthand suffered a concussion as well, I now understand. I now understand how terrible they could be, and Jeff's concussions are probably far worse than any level what my concussion was. So I cannot imagine landing and like you're going headfirst into someone's freaking knee while you're still recovering. Like that has to have been so scary, and I hope that he's okay. But yeah, I think a suspension is needed. I highly doubt they're going to ever fire Sammy. I feel like they have a soft spot for him, maybe because he's a pillar. Or maybe because he's young, they still look at him as being a kid and stuff like that. But he really needs to tighten the fuck up. Because you really should have known better. I feel like everyone working there should be aware of their opponent's injuries. They should go over the can and can'ts. There's absolutely no reason under the sun that I think that this should have possibly happened. So yeah, I guess the suspension was needed. What other punishment are you going to do for it, to be honest? Like, what else would you have done?
Yeah, I don't know what I would have done.
Right.
But here's what I'm gonna say about it. Man, Sammy, I thought you was about to change your life when you became a dad. Like, I get it. Mistakes happen. Like, all that is it's a part of the game, right? But it's getting to the point where it's too much. Too many suspensions, too many mistakes, too many this, too many that. And it's like you make a new mistake every time, and it's never a better mistake than the last one you made. It's just something of equal value in a different space. So there's that. Also, man, this makes me also commend Tony Khan even more because, as you can see, he's clearly building up and or introducing new main event stars. Because if we're being honest, man, like the pillar thing isn't working. Jack Perry is in New Japan wearing a goat mask. Darby Allin is about to climb Mount Everest, and it's likely for him to return alive. I hope that he comes back alive. I love Darby Allin, but like, there's a lot of people that take that hike and they don't make it back. Darby's out here doing the most daredevilist thing that he could possibly do. Sammy Guevara is getting a new suspension every 18 months. And when it's not a new suspension, it's an injury. And then on top of that, MJF is just chilling. And we don't even know if he's coming back to AEW or not. So I have to commend Tony for just being like, you know what, we're either going to build a new main event scene or we're just going to create new top guys. No pun intended. But yeah, like this is just a lot. It's getting excessive, bro. You've been suspended 3 times. This is a lot. This is a lot.
I agree.
But I'm hoping that this could be a turning point of some sort. But yeah, y'all, let us know how you feel about the Sammy Guevara suspension in the comments below. But we're gonna move on